From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Thursday, February the 1st, 2024. Intense fighting continues in Gaza between Israeli troops and terror group Hamas. The IDF said today that IDF forces eliminated dozens of terrorists in the last day, as well as terror infrastructure, including a rocket launcher for long-range missiles that was destroyed, it said, by Israeli Air Force fighter jets. The IDF today responded to rocket launches from terror group Hezbollah in Lebanon, saying an IDF fighter jet attacked a military structure of Hezbollah during the day, noting a number of launches were detected from Lebanese territory to Israeli territory to the areas of Metula and Kiryat Shmona. The IDF said it attacked the sources of the shooting. There were no casualties. Israel's ambassador to the United Nations, Gilad Erdan, brought a delegation of UN ambassadors to Israel today so that they could see, he wrote, with their own eyes, the atrocities committed by Hamas on October the 7th. The group, which included UN ambassadors from Malta, Bulgaria, the Czech Republic, Hungary, Romania, Ukraine, Slovenia, and Sierra Leone, met with released hostages Maya and Itai Regev and with Israeli officials, including Israel's President Isaac Herzog, who stressed to them that Israel, he said, has always and will always operate in accordance with international law. Herzog said Israel remains committed to doing all it can to facilitate humanitarian aid for the people of Gaza. As he said, we fight the vile terrorists of Hamas and work to free the 136 Israeli hostages they are holding in brutal captivity, including babies, women, men, and the elderly. The group also met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who lauded their arrival. He said the UN has not been a stellar organization when it comes to dealing with Israel. He said it's often unbelievably tilted. And he spoke of UNRWA, the UN work and relief agency in Gaza that has been scrutinized in particular of late over accusations that some of its employees took part in the October 7th massacre. Netanyahu said there are other agencies in the world they have to replace UNRWA. U.S. President Joe Biden signed an executive order today to enable the U.S. to sanction violent extremists in the West Bank. This includes, the State Department said, attacks by Israeli settlers against Palestinians and Palestinian attacks against Israelis. Sanctions under the new executive order were announced today against 4 Jewish extremists, including one who initiated and led a riot in the Palestinian town of Huwara last year, which resulted in the death of a Palestinian civilian. The U.S. House of Representatives today voted overwhelmingly in favor of the No Immigration Benefits for Hamas Terrorists Act, which imposes immigration-related penalties on non-U.S. nationals involved with terrorism or attacks against Israel. Under this bill, members of Palestinian Islamic Jihad or Hamas, or who participated in or otherwise facilitated the October 7th, 2023 attacks on Israel may not be admitted into the United States. It also bars all members of the PLO from admission into the U.S. The bill, introduced by Tom McClintock, passed 422 in favor. The only no votes were Rashida Tlaib and Cori Bush. The Jewish Agency for Israel and the Anti-Defamation League announced a new partnership today to combat anti-Semitism, strengthen Jewish identity, and connect Jews to Israel and one another. Jewish Agency Chairman Major General in Reserve Doron Almog and ADL CEO Jonathan Greenblatt made the announcement to a gathering of over 350 Jewish Agency shlichim, or emissaries, across North America. Greenblatt saying, in this unprecedented time, there's a hunger among American Jews to deepen connections with Israel. The work of the shlichim to build those bridges has never been more important. He said, we're grateful to be partnering with the Jewish Agency, the largest Jewish organization in the world, to equip their incredible emissaries from Israel with all the tools they need to combat anti-Semitism as they are working with U.S. Jewish communities. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Thursday, February the 1st. At 7 o'clock, it's the Manhattan Jewish Hall of Fame. At 8:30, New Jewish Cinema with Laura Bialias talks about her documentary Vishniac. At 9, Yossi Klein Halevi is on L'chaim, followed by Abba Eban on L'chaim. And coming up next, I speak with former editor-in-chief of the Jerusalem Post, Avi Mayer, about the allegations against UNRWA, as well as the current situation in Israel and war in Gaza. And that's the JBS News Update for Thursday, February the 1st, 2024. I'm Teisha Bader. Am Yisrael Chai.